can expect for today's class. Like I mentioned, we'll do 45 minutes of a gentle flow. Today is very upper body focused, so we'll get a little bit of hips, but I would say about 75% like neck, shoulders, upper spine, so just anything, any tension you're carrying. We're gonna focus a little more on the upper half of the body today. We tend to rotate between full body, lower body, and upper body. In our last 15 minutes, we will do a Reiki-infused sound bath healing. And if any poses feel uncomfortable, you can always adapt, but it will be very gentle. And the last thing we do is we'll say our name to get to know each other and just a one-word intention of how you want to feel, whether it's peace, calm, powerful, whatever energy you want to bring to your practice. And I will go first. So my name is Nikki, and the kind of collective intention for class today is going to be emerge. And with that word, what comes to mind for me is how are we like emerging into this next level version of ourselves, and just kind of leaning into that concept for the movement, and then especially for the meditation today. We'll start with Aiden.
Hi, my name's Aiden, and my intention today is patience.
Perfect. Sophie?
Hi everyone, my name is Sophie, and my word would be get loose.
You're in the right place. Perfect. Asgari?
Intuition.
All right. Also the perfect place. Get some good downloads. And your name and just one word how you want to feel today.
Ramya and recovery.
All right, recovery. You're also in the right class for that. And we're going to get started. So we'll start flat on our back as we usually do to get grounded down. We're going to begin with our one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And just begin with a big inhale, filling your belly all the way to the top. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and side out, let go. Another big breath in, fill that belly to the top. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1, exhale, let go. Last breath together, fill that belly, that chest all the way, and hold. For 3, 2, 1, and release. Already feeling more grounded and centered. Hands flat on the floor and starting with some slow windshield wipers side to side. Our first 10 minutes here on the ground or so, we'll focus on our hips, so enjoy these windshield wipers, just starting to check in with your body, opening up those hips here. We'll get the last one, and a little bit of a hold. Next one, take your left ankle outside of your right knee. Exhale, pull the right knee to the floor and holding at the bottom for 30 seconds. Settling into your breath with that intention, recovery, feeling loose in your body, patience, intuition. How can you breathe that in each new moment of each breath? And letting go of that right knee, taking the left ankle over, or right ankle over the left knee. Exhale, pull the left knee towards the floor, whichever side you did not do. Closing your eyes. Just noticing if you can soften your face, soften your chest, softening your torso. And last breath here. Already feeling more grounded, coming back to the center. Bring your right leg up to the ceiling. We'll begin with our right leg hamstring kicks, lowering and lifting the heel. Maybe even keeping your eyes closed.
Continue to ground into the body, out of the mind. Last kick here. Taking your right knee, bending it in towards your chest. Exhale, pull the right knee to the center of your chest, just a 20-second hold. During this slow and gentle opening part of our practice, can you stay centered with your breath and notice each part where your body connects with the ground. Last breath. Taking your right ankle over your left thigh, supine figure 4. Lifting the left foot off the ground, right elbow into the knee. Exhale, pull the right shin towards your chest and 30-second hold here. I like to use my right elbow to drive the right knee away. Staying soft through your face, through your belly. And sending your breath to that right hip for 15 more seconds. With each exhale, can you pull that shin a little closer? Last breath. Extend the left leg straight. Final stretch on this side. Right leg supine twist, pulling across the body. Pull the right knee towards the floor. Look over that opposite shoulder. We're gonna get 3 arm circles each direction, syncing with the breath and following my lead. So here we go, starting to sweep the right arm down towards the right hip. As you reach the front of your body, inhale, sweeping the right arm up to your ear. And then as you exhale, open your chest, tracing your fingertips against the floor, feeling that chest and shoulders start to open 2 more this direction. Inhale, trace the fingertips in front of you. Full breath as the arm reaches up to the ear. Exhale, open your chest, reach your middle finger as far away from you as you can, stretching out that spine. 1 more big circle here, biggest breath in, tracing the arm in front of you. Arm approaches the ear, exhale, open the chest. Beautiful work. Reverse directions, last one on this side. Reach the right arm behind your back and bring it up towards the ear. And then inhale, sweep the arm forwards. 2 final circles. Feel that spine already opening up. Exhale, reach behind you. 1 last full circle. Reaching that right arm behind your back, big stretch. Last one, and rolling back to the center. And coming back to the center here, placing your hands flat on the floor. Let's begin with reaching the left leg up to the sky. And with those single leg hamstring kicks, just remembering to stay with that slow and controlled breath. One last kick here. And then taking your left knee, hugging it into your chest. Exhale, pull the knee all the way to the center and hold. Lengthen through your spine. Close your eyes. You're all doing beautiful with the breath. Maybe this is the first time you've gotten to slow down today, so really enjoy it. Last breath of this knee hug. Taking your left ankle over your right thigh, supine figure 4, pulling that shin towards you. 30-second hold here. Just noticing if you are resisting or trying to control Seeing if you can soften your face, your torso, your chest, all the way down through that left hip. Remembering those full belly breaths, about 15 more seconds in this figure 4. Staying present, staying patient. Finally extending that right leg straight, left side supine twist, pulling that left knee across the body. Look over that left shoulder and we'll begin our 3 big circles each direction. So beginning to sweep your left arm down to your left hip. Inhale to the front side of your body. Exhale, reach the left arm behind you, stretch that shoulder open, take your time. Inhale to the front, 2 more. Notice how big of a circle can you trace, feeling that shoulder and chest open up. One last circle. Great job with the breath, everyone. And just notice how your nervous system is already relaxing just a few minutes into our practice. Final 3 reverse directions. Reach the arm now behind your body. Sweep the left arm up to the left ear. Feel that shoulder blade stretch. Inhale to the front. 2 more slow and gentle circles. And enjoy each millimeter of the stretch. Not rushing, not forcing. 1 final circle behind. Big breaths here. Beautiful work, returning to the center. Last one on our back. We're going to take our toes up and over your head into a spinal stretch. Let your toes fall over your face. And if you can, bring your knees outside of your ears and allow your spine to decompress, using your hands for as much support as you need on that spine. Just 30 seconds here. I know this one can be intense. One last breath here. Rolling all the way down with control and landing up in a seated cross shin position. Just one movement to get there. And beginning with your hands resting on your knees, soft gaze or eyes closed, beginning with some slow shoulder rolls, up, back, down, and forwards. And again, most of today's practice from here forwards is going to be an upper body focus, so just check in, how are those shoulders feeling? 1 more circle backwards, rolling any tension off of your back. 1 breath. And reverse directions. Beautiful job with the breath, everyone. Shrugging up, forwards, and down. Making sure to breathe through each circle here. We'll get a final circle forwards. It might feel a little bit crunchy. Last one, pulling your fingertips long outside of your knees. Bring your chin down to your chest. We're going to make 30 seconds of some semicircles, tilting your ear to the right, tracing your chin along the chest, and then tilting the ear to the left. Try to keep the whole rest of your upper body still, and you can continue at your own pace with that side to side neck tilt. Trying to trace the chin along the chest, and then pulling that ear to the opposite shoulder. Try to reach your middle finger as long as you can away from you. And send your breath to that upper back.
Slow, deep breaths, releasing any pressure, any tension. Last one here. Coming back to neutral, folding all the way forward over those legs. We're going to get a little bit of a low back stretch and a hip stretch and a lat stretch here. So inching in a semicircle side to side. Exhale as you inch across your mat side to side for the next 30 seconds. In the upper body part of this stretch, you'll feel it even more if you reach that arm all the way up to the ear. Reach it as long as you can and breathe into that lat, breathe into that shoulder blade. We'll get the last one here. Coming back up to our regular seated position, 2 final stretches in this cross shin. Spinal twist, exhale, look over that back shoulder, 10-second hold behind. Starting to get into that spine, you're doing great with the breath. Releasing through the breath. Inhale through the center. And exhale, spinal twist, other side, look over that back shoulder. Trying to twist a little bit further, one more breath. Coming back to the center, last one on our seat, you're going to extend the left leg out to the side. We're going to get a little bit of a side bend, so back and lat. Right arm you'll be opposite of me, so right arm bent to 90 degrees. Exhale, reach towards the door and 10-second hold at the bottom here. Breathing into that right lat, breathing into that right lower hip and back. Using your left hand to help support you, press yourself back up to vertical. 1 breath in. Full breath out, side bend, reach, keep your chest tall, arm reaches straight, 10-second hold, great job. Using your left arm to help press you up, we'll get 1 more together. Inhale at the top. Exhale, side bend, reach. A little bit longer hold for this last one, 20 seconds. Try to keep your right glute glued to the ground, reach the right arm straight, let the left ear drop, feel that whole right side expand, pretty intense. Slowly press back to the center, great job everyone. Simply switching sides, last one in our seated position. Left leg bends, right leg straight, 3 side bends. Here we go. Exhale, side bend, reach to that right leg, 10-second hold. Trying to soften into the intensity. Pressing back up towards vertical, 1 breath in. Exhale, side bend, reach, keep your chest tall to the ceiling, left arm straight as you can, breathe into that left side body. Slowly press back up. 1 more here. Inhale. Exhale, let go. 20-second hold. Last one here. Feel that tension leaving your body. Our theme of emerge means leaning into our edges so that we can become a different version of ourselves. Slowly coming back to the top and simply swinging our leg around into our first tabletop position of the day. We'll be getting into our first cat-cow, a little bit more of an upper body focus.
So we'll use an opposite breath than a traditional cat-cow. So begin with an inhale, focus on pressing your shoulder blades tall, 10-second hold at the top. Breathe into your upper back, pull your shoulder blades apart. Pull your hands apart against the floor, feel that space opening between your shoulder blades, those wings. And then start to sink your shoulder blades back. Exhale, actively squeeze your upper back, 10-second hold at the bottom. So we're almost flexing our upper back like you're doing a row or a lat pull down. 5 more seconds, a little bit of tension. And again, inhale up to the top, a little bit softer. Breathing, pressing tall, 10-second hold, tuck your chin. Focus on pulling your hands apart against the ground. Send your breath into your shoulder blades. And then softening down towards the floor, exhale, actively pinch your shoulder blades together like you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. 10-second active hold at the bottom. Creating that space through that upper back. 1 more rep together, biggest inhale of the day. Press your shoulder blades tall, create that space in your body. You push your shoulder blades 1 inch taller than you think, a little bit taller, 5 seconds. And then last, arching of the upper back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, 10-second holds, pretend like you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades, a little bit of an active stretch, a little bit of shaking. And then returning back to a soft neutral spine. From this position, our first thread the needle, drop your right shoulder underneath your body, 30 seconds, hold, standard, thread the needle here. Think about breathing into that right shoulder blade, using your left arm to rotate yourself towards the ceiling. And the further you reach that pinky finger away, the more you're going to feel that right side expanding. One last breath here. Inhale back through that tabletop. And exhale, drop the left shoulder to the ground, thread the needle, 30 seconds, other side. Let your body melt into the floor, finding that balance between pushing your edges while being able to be gentle in the stretch. Stay present with that intention that you set at the beginning of class. If your mind starts to wander, coming back to that feeling, coming back to that breath. Last breath here. Returning back through the center. 1 more in this position, inching forward into our puppy dog, chin or forehead on the ground, hips stay high, stretching out our armpits, our shoulder blades. 30 seconds trying to let that chest drop even closer to the floor. You're all doing so great staying present with that breath. Letting go of anything those shoulders might be carrying from this day or from this weekend. Let it go, for it's not yours to hold. One last breath here. Coming back into our tabletop. Coming into a low kneeling position. If this bothers your knees for any reason, you can also do a seated cross shin. But first one, exhale, open your chest, reach your arms to the back wall. Inhale, wrap your right arm over your left arm, big hug. Inch the fingertips
1 inch further back. We're gonna get 3 T-spine circles, bringing our chin down to our chest, round forward with the upper half of your body. Start to tilt the right shoulder to the right side, keeping your chin tucked, side bend. Start to lift your chest towards the ceiling, keeping the chin tucked. Side bend to the left side, and then round through the center. 2 more, make sure to breathe. Side bend, opening up those ribs, lift the chest. Side bend to the left, rolling through the front, breathe into those shoulder blades. 1 more here. Feeling that embrace, opening up those shoulders, lift the chest, chin stays tucked. Rounding forward, coming back up to the center, rolling up. Exhale, reach the arms back. We'll get 1 more. Inhale, wrap the left arm over the right. Reach the fingertips 1 inch further back. Rounding forward, tuck the chin. Side bend to the left. Feeling that shoulder blade open up, lift the chest. Side bend to the right. Rounding forward, breathe into those shoulder blades. 2 more. Side bend. Maybe closing your eyes, lifting your chest. Feel that spine moving. Rounding forward, breathe into the shoulder blades. Feel them expand. Great job. 1 more circle at your own pace, trying to move with just the upper limb and spine. Final circle. And meeting back into that tabletop. Beautiful work, everyone. Pressing up and back into our first downward facing dog of the day. Pedaling out those heels for just a moment. And from this position, plant both heels into the floor. 30 seconds of a shoulder shrug. So start to press your shoulder blades tall, making your biceps cover your ears. And then let your shoulder blades sink down your back, creating space between your bicep and ears. And continue for the next 30 seconds with this shoulder shrug or scat push-up variation in our downward dog. Breathing through it and focus on where your hands and your feet connect with the ground. Imagining any thoughts leaving through the top of your head, leave them behind. Get 1 more shoulder shrug here, feeling a little bit of that burn. Tippy-toeing forward until your toes meet at your hands. Toes facing in, fingertips come underneath your toes. 10 seconds, final decompression, rounding to the ceiling. Let your shoulder blades extend long, chin is tucked. Breathe into the upper back, lower spine gets a stretch as well. Feel that decompression, last breath. Releasing the fingertips, locking out the knees. Interlace your fingertips behind your back. Extend your arms straight. Exhale, forward fold with our shoulder variation. If this is too much, you could always do a regular forward fold, but really letting those knuckles reach towards the floor, trying to soften through the upper body. Keep reaching those knuckles towards the ground. 10 more seconds. Release the hands. Hands meet by your toes and start to roll up 1 single vertebrae at a time until we make our way all the way to a standing position, but no rush here. Head will finish last. Actively pulling your fingertips towards the floor, just kind of get your bearings here. Bring your chin down to your chest without moving the rest of your upper body. 3 neck circles. Tilting your ear to the right side. Maybe close your eyes. Tilt your chin to the ceiling. Tilt the ear to the left, and then trace your chin along the chest. 2 more. Make sure those shoulders are staying totally still. Breathe into the upper half of your body. If you feel any sharpness through the neck, you can kind of skip over that part of the circle, listening to your body. Last circle. Can you stretch that neck as long as possible in every millimeter of this circle? Chin finishes on the chest. We'll take 1 breath to reset this direction. Exhale, start to tilt the ear to the left. 3 slow, luxurious circles. Knowing that this may be the only time you've truly had to slow down today. 2 more circles here, you're doing great. Make sure to breathe into that upper half. Keep the rest of the body still. 1 more full circle around. One last circle here. Chin finishes on the chest. Return back to a centered position. We're going to make a fist with our hands. Flex through your muscles. Pretend like you're holding 5-pound dumbbells. If this is your first mobility class, we're gonna do a little active stretch. So we're meant to kind of flex through this one. We're gonna get some arm circles forward and back, but they're gonna be really slow and really intentional. So here we go. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core, flex your arms, hold those heavy weights. Start to reach your arms in front of your body, just kind of following my lead. Ribs stay down, arms come up to the ears. Start to rotate your knuckles. Reach behind like you're reaching into the back seat of your car. Hands finish by your side, shoulders pulled down. Reverse directions, reaching your arms behind you. Keep your ribs down. Arms are flexed, you're holding 10-pound dumbbells. Arms come up to the ears, and then coming all the way down by your sides. 1 breath. Exhale. Pull the shoulders down. You should be shaking. Start to lift those arms. I am flexing like if someone tried to push my arm down, it's not going anywhere. Should feel a little bit of heat. We're just gonna get 3 of these reps. We're really opening up the shoulders here, reaching behind. Keep your ribs down. Trying to reach as big as you can. A little bit of fiery energy here. Reverse directions, reach back. My ears are off on fire. Reaching. We're still holding really heavy weights. If someone tried to push your arm down, you are flexing. Take your time on the way down. 1 breath, reset, last one. Pull those arms down, flex. We're holding 20-pound dumbbells. My veins are popping out, my arms are shaking. Keep reaching, keep the ribs down, core tight, glutes squeezed. Reach behind, open up those shoulders, creating those resilient joints. Reach behind your back. Last rep, don't rush it. Reach behind, shoulder blades pull down. This is the hardest one in the day. Reaching all the way up, keep flexing, no rushing. My arms are super heavy. And relax down. Soften your hands. Tuck your chin and roll back down 1 vertebrae at a time, the same way that you came. Once you get down to your toes, inching all the way forwards into a high plank. In this high plank, 30 seconds of a scapula push-up or shoulder shrug. Again, sinking your shoulder blades down and then pressing up 3 inches or 2 inches. 30 seconds here. I know those 2 back to back have those arms working a bit. Core is tight. It's only a small 2-inch movement here. Just creating that space through the shoulder blades. Last one. Lower down to your push-up and then come up to your upward facing dog. Sit the hips back, child's pose with an elbows variation, 30-second reset. Reaching those hands behind your back, allow yourself to soften. Let that chest melt into the floor. And that shoulder exercise we just did is called a shoulder CAR, which stands for Controlled Articular Rotation. If that's your first time doing those, that creates both strength and mobility through the joints. We'll get last breath here. Exhale, let go. Coming back into our tabletop. Round 2 of some similar upper body. Back to our cat-cow. This time you can take any variation you please. So the next 30 seconds, rounding up into that position and then arching the back. Moving at your own pace, you could also take some circular cat-cows. We'll kind of start to slow down our practice for these last 8 minutes or so of movement. So I'm doing some circular cat-cows. Maybe you repeat that shoulder blade cat-cow, a segmented cat-cow if you've done those before. Just getting into a little bit softer flow, whatever the body is needing. Making sure to lead with the breath. Last one. Beautiful work, everyone. Back to our thread the needle. This time reach that right arm underneath and through. Option to add a bind, reaching the left arm behind the back, 30-second hold. Breathing into that right side. Option to open that left chest to the ceiling. 10 more seconds on this side. Slowly inhale through the center, releasing that arm. Exhale, drop the left shoulder. Option to add that bind, interlacing that right arm behind your back and hold. Maybe close your eyes. Let your body get heavy into the floor beneath you. Just notice how all of that tension has left your upper body. And then back to the center. This time our puppy dog with our lap variation. Inching to the right side of your mat. Left thumb is up. Drop that left shoulder to the ground. My right arm is bent for support. My left elbow stays straight and really getting into this left side lat. Breathing into that left shoulder blade. Allowing that armpit to open. Trying to pull your tailbone backwards as you reach your knuckles forwards. 10 more seconds. And then starting to make your way to the opposite side of your mat. This time my right thumb is up. Left elbow bent for support. Exhale, let that right shoulder melt into the floor. Feel the right side of your ribs lengthening. Pulling your tailbone backwards as you reach your knuckles forwards. Last breath here. Back into the center. We have just a couple poses to go, a little bit of hips to finish. Step your right leg through into a low lunge. We're going to get 3 world's greatest stretch from this position, which is essentially a twist. So exhale, open your right arm to the sky, reach. Inhale, drop the right elbow. Exhale, open the right arm to reach. Inhale, drop the right elbow. Last one, exhale, open reach. Placing the hand outside of the right foot, inch the right foot to the left wrist, dropping down into a pigeon. Pigeon with a lat variation, pretty tricky. You're going to reach your left arm across your body, rest your right ear into your bicep or shoulder. We've got a timed 1 minute hold here as we start to wrap up our movement portion. So maybe closing your eyes, letting that left ear rest into that left bicep. Reaching your left arm as far away from you as you can. Feeling as your body just melts away into the ground. Your mind starts to melt as well. 20 more seconds to hold. Taking one last breath on this lat variation of our pigeon. Coming back to the center, tuck your left toes, pressing up, send your right foot back and simply step the left leg through, drop the right knee to the ground, 3 world's greatest stretch. Exhale, open twist, open the chest. Inhale, drop the left elbow. Exhale, open stretch. Inhale, drop that left elbow. Last one, exhale, open reach. Inhale, place the hand down. Inch the left foot across the body. Dropping into that pigeon, final pose of the day. Reaching the right arm across for that lat variation. One final timed minute here. Just noticing how your body and mind are feeling. Letting yourself just melt over that left leg. Taking slow, deep breaths. Feeling yourself change physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. With each intentional breath, breathing in that feeling that you desire to become. Take one final breath together and let go. Whenever you feel complete, you're going to land flat on your back with your head facing the bowl. So head facing the top of the room, palms facing up to receive in your Savasana. Now would be a good time to grab any water, grab any props, like as we will start to transition to our sound bath healing. Staying present in your body with your breath. Closing your eyes. Just notice where your body connects with the ground. And if this is your first sound bath healing, know that there's nothing you need to do. Certain thoughts arise, just allow them to be there. No certain breaths that you need to take. The only thing you need to do is be open to receiving. And bringing that intention of why you showed up to your mat today, What was that desired feeling that you wished to create as you arrived here? And bringing that to your heart for the next 15 minutes. And our intention for our Reiki infused sound bath healing is going to be emerge. So what that means is using this sound healing as a way to emerge into the version of yourself you desire to become. And with that, we will begin. How will you emerge and evolve as this whenever you are ready.